Greetings colleagues. In this video, you will learn what SEO is and whether it is really as important for your business as they say. Going through various projects in my bookmarks, I found dozens of projects related to SEO, which I have never used. So, there was a need to somehow structure information about projects. This should allow me in the future to choose those projects that I need for specific tasks. And such information, for sure, will be useful to you. Search engine optimization is the process of optimizing your website for search engines. To begin with, we structure the information about what SEO is. Most often, search engine optimization is divided into internal and external optimization. Internal optimization is the work on the attractiveness of the site for search engines. External optimization is working with other sites and projects so that they give the correct information about your site. In fact, the search engine optimization process should start even when you don't have a website yet. Analysis of competitors. Usually, a business analyzes competitors to understand what products a competitor offers, and at what price. In the context of this video, it is worth starting to analyze competitors to study what key queries a competitor is advancing on the internet. Or, in other words, we need to understand what customers type into conditional Google to find your competitor through a search engine. If we do not know who our competitors are, then we can easily find out by doing a search on the product that we sell or plan to sell. Those websites that are the first as a result of such a search are your competitors. Those requests that you made to search for competitors can be driven into a separate file. It will be useful to you later. Suppose we already know who our competitors are. In this case, it is enough for us to drive the addresses of competitors' links into specialized services. And we will receive information about the key queries by which customers go to the site. These keywords will not be 100% true, and the method of obtaining this information may also be different. But studying the addresses of competitors will give us an understanding of the most important keywords for which customers get to the website. We collect these keywords in the same file we created earlier. Semantic core. By collecting a database of such keywords, you create the semantic core of your site's key queries. The structure of your site may depend on the semantic core. So, it is important to have a semantic core before starting to develop a site. The semantic core of the site is divided into high-frequency queries, which are often used, and low-frequency ones, which are rarely searched through search engines. For those that are often driven in, it will be more difficult for you to move forward, but they should be used as the basis for selecting those queries that are rarely driven in. Low-frequency queries consist of more words. These can be various clarifying characteristics or attributes of the main query. Many services will allow you to expand the query base of your semantic core through basic queries. The simplest is a keyword planner from Google. If for some reason you missed the point with competitor analysis, then you should definitely start by studying the information in the keywords planner. You should know how many users in your region and in your language are looking for this or that information on your products and services. These numbers can be attributed to part of market research and market size assessment for your products. But that's a slightly different story. Internal optimization. This is a set of rules that you should follow for search engines to love your site. The importance of certain points of these rules changes over time. Once upon a time, you could just write queries from your semantic core in small letters somewhere below the page. After that, such website most likely appeared on the first pages of the search for these key queries. Now, this is not enough, and it is even harmful to use keywords in their pure form often. Internal SEO means thousands of different attributes of optimization of your website. It all comes down to the fact that the search engine will not pay attention to the technical side of how everything is displayed or analyze how many of these keywords you have. For search engines, user behavior becomes important. That is when a user goes to your site for some key request, is the user receives the necessary information or not. If the user is on the site for some time, doing some actions, then presumably your page satisfies the user's request, which is quite logical. That is, first of all, it is worth looking at the site through the eyes of the user. In most cases, manually checking the structure of all your site is unrealistic. In my practice, there can be dozens of critical errors for 100 pages website. For example, when a link refers to somewhere in the wrong place. In this case, we need applications and services that make it through your site in search of these critical errors. The next important step is to evaluate and implement the recommendations of Google's internal page speed tool. This tool determines how quickly your site's pages are rendered to users using a mobile phone or computer. The tool is free, although many services try to implement its functions as paid ones. Here the other day I was looking for a simple marketer to join my team. So one in general, making simple screenshots from the page speed tool and tried to charge me $10 for each problem found by this free service. He provided screenshots of the service itself. Probably someone is willing to pay for this and in this form. The next step is content marketing. The more text, large in volume, and preferably high-quality information related to your semantic core, the better for search engines. Content marketing is often the cheapest way to get traffic to your site. Summarize internal optimization. First, we look at the pages of your site from the side of the usual convenience, quality, and speed of obtaining information. Second, we fix the errors indicated by SEO bots. There are paid and free ones, links will be in the description. Thirdly, we fix errors related to the performance and quality of displaying information for users using the page speed tool. Fourth, we add sections of the site for content marketing, blog, Wikipedia, articles, and the like. External optimization. Once upon a time, Google had such a parameter as PageRank. This is such a measure of how authoritative your site is. I like to compare this indicator with the authority of a person in society. That is, the more weighty and significant people in public life greet and appear in public with you, the greater your weight and authority in society. The same is PageRank for the internet. Google abolished PageRank because there was a whole race to increase the quantitative value of this indicator. It prevented optimizers from concentrating on the main thing, quality links and providing quality information. The very essence of PageRank most likely remained as one of the criteria that affect external optimization. There are different types of paid promotion, and they all come down to not overdoing it. The growth of external links to your project should be similar to natural growth. There were various directories and classified boards that were spammed with new projects. In my practice, external optimization comes down to two key points. The first is the provision of information about your site, on the sites where this information is requested. Whether it's Quora, Reddit, social media, message boards, and forums, it's up to you. The second is an analysis of your competitors. More specifically, look for sites that are already linking to your competitors. Then consider getting to those websites near your competitors. Special services can also help you here, or some requests can be made manually through search engines. Search engines are a kind of blockchain among text and visual information. Perhaps this area will be changing significantly with the growing importance of artificial intelligence. In particular, such a role is predicted for the ChatGPT service. But now, to understand how you can advance on the internet and get organic traffic, you just need to look at how other sites in your niche are moving on. With the advent of paid and free SEO tools, and the growth of their capabilities, the role of SEO optimizers are becoming exaggerated. As you can see from the above, search engine optimization is not a quick process. In the long run, working through all of the above points comprehensively, you will have traffic much cheaper than any paid one. If your project is for some short-term event or trend, or to test a hypothesis, then the only thing that becomes relevant is how comfortable your user is on your website. Peace.